Happy freaking Wednesday, everybody. How are you doing? Ed B first in the chat says, hello, is this mic on? I have no idea, Ed. I see you. I don't hear you. Is this mic on? I hope so. I hope it's on. I'm excited. I want to talk. I want to see how everybody is doing. How are you surviving your week? What did you carry today? What was in your pocket? Did you get anything new? What's new to the collection? What's new to your pocket? I know what's dominating my pocket, and sometimes it's easy to become a little self-absorbed in the knife that's in my pocket because I'm always thinking about how much I like it, how useful it is. Is it useful? Is it all hype? Should I sell it? These are things that are constantly running through my mind, and I don't want to forget that sometimes you guys tell me about awesome knives. Did you know that? Did you know that sometimes I just scan my comment section of my videos, and because people love to suggest a knife, like I'll put in 2 or 3 hours worth of work on a video, and someone will be like, that's cool, but did you know about this knife? And then I'll be like, you know what? I didn't. And I actually learn a lot about other knives that way, because then I start to look into them. There's my Wednesday monologue. Did I have too many cookies? Debatable. This fat kid loves cookies, okay? How's it going, everybody? Welcome in. We got people in the chat already, and we're going to go ahead and say hello. Ed B, thanks for being a channel member. Thanks for being the first in the chat. We appreciate you. Thank you. We got Delaney. Welcome in, Delaney. Thanks for being a channel member. Ed B says... oh man. Ed B says Roll's favorite is oatmeal with raisins. Don't you start that rumor. Look, I know that people love to give said Stevie a hard time about pickles because he mentioned one time that he didn't like pickles. And I said, wouldn't it be awful if you just mentioned offhand one time that you didn't like something and people haunt you about it for the rest of your life? I don't like raisins in my cookies. They don't belong in cookies. Raisins are what happens when you get busy and you leave your grapes out. They don't belong in my cookies. Chocolate chips, or you know what's great? Oatmeal cookies without raisins. But we've established that craisins are fine. Craisins are a different story. We're good with craisins. Now that we've gone through that discussion, it's time to move on and say hello to some more people. Oh my goodness. And you know what? I'm just getting through, guys. So the chat may skip, and if I miss you, I'm sorry. I will catch you at some point. Hey, shout out to Jim Miller. How's it going, Jim? I saw you in the Knives Knives chat. Welcome in, man. Thanks for joining in, and welcome in to Alicord Paracord. Thanks for being a channel member. Make sure to check out Allie's website. Shout out to Allie. Let's see. What else? Hey, we got Ground Fog. Welcome in, Ground Fog. Joseph S. Good to see you. Mark Parks in the house. Another channel member. How's it going, Mark? Knife Plebe in the house. Welcome in, dude. Good to see you. Space Ghost. Tom McDonald. Did I say hi? Thanks for being a channel member, Tom. I appreciate you. Barry Lilly from Down Under. Don't give me a hard time. I, like many Americans, wish that I had an Australian accent. You understand? Like, I've got envy. I've got accent envy. That's a thing. One day, maybe. Good to see you, Barry. Thanks for joining in, man. All right. Eugene Krabs in the house. Thanks for being a channel member, Eugene. Thanks for dropping by. Fibbit a bit. Thanks for being a channel member as well. He says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Where are you? Sometimes I learn that people that tune into the channel that like comment all the time, sometimes I learn that they're from really interesting places. Hey, Charles Wooden, welcome in, man. He says good evening. Hey, Oreo Dave, channel member, channel moderator. You're the man, Dave. Good to see you, man. Staying up late. I respect it. Jason, thanks for being a channel member. He says, carried the MSI today. Have the new Tanto LUDT coming tomorrow. Oh, yeah. That's a good one, man. I love the new LUDT. The Gen 3. Chef's kiss. It is fantastic. It is like, I'm not a huge automatic out the side knife kind of guy. And I got 2 in a row that were both out the side automatics. One was the ProTech Strider from Knife Joy, and then the other one was the LUDT Gen 3. Both are fantastic, but I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this thing where I'm like, well, I'm going against my rule, because then it stops becoming a rule. Then anyone can get in the club. There's got to be a bouncer at the door. So I might keep my automatic knife collection this year because I know what's going to happen. I'll be like, you know what? Maybe that launch 17 or launch whatever looks good. And then I'll be disappointed. I'll be terminally disappointed. Be like, why did I do that? This is why I have the rule. But if you're going to break that rule, if you have the same rule, if you're going to break that rule, LUDT Gen 3, highly recommended. Oh no. So Jim said in the members only Discord, Jim mentioned that he was getting a smock, but it sounds like it was a fake. I'm sorry, man. That's rough. And there are smocks out there. Like, for some reason, people think that they're sold out. But last time I checked, they're still available on Blade HQ, and I know that Blade HQ doesn't typically sell fakes. They better not. They'll get canceled quick. Hey, Drinkwater, thanks for joining the ranks, becoming a connoisseur and collector of all things sharp and shiny. Once again, I know you've been here before, man. Thank you for your channel membership. And shout out to my man Jim Miller with the 5 gifted memberships. Oh, yeah. Jim, you're too kind, man. Thank you. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate the support. And congratulations to the 5 people who just took advantage of those gifted memberships from Jim. You're a legend, Jim. We appreciate you, man. Speaking of legends, Top Dog in the house. Another channel moderator, channel member. Good to see you, Top Dog. Welcome in, man. Delaney says, launch 14 on sale for $135. Just saying. Rules are rules, Delaney. We're not doing this again. I'm not going down the automatic knife rabbit hole. I can't, because I'll get stuck there. There's no ladder in the rabbit hole. There's no rope. You can't climb out of it. You crawl out of it on your hands and knees until finally you come to your senses. That's a me thing. That's a me thing. A shout out to El Cheeto Loco, says, yo, Rolly, El Cap, Top Dog. Hey, man. Dude, so many people in the chat. Welcome in, El Cheeto. Thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate you, my man. Knives Are Life in the house. Good to see you. Kevin Smith and Knives, another channel member. Welcome in, man. Thibbit a Bit says, carried the Strider SMF Digi Camo today. I want one of those. I also want an SNG, but I don't want just any. Like, I want the Strider SNG with the Nightmare grind and the golf ball milled handle scales. But those are expensive. Those are really expensive. They're more expensive than I paid for my first car. And to give people some context, I think I bought my first car for like $1,500. So one day, maybe I'll get lucky on a knife swap or something. Ed B says, you've been breaking rules a lot lately. Yeah, I went rogue. I decided sometimes you have to go outside your comfort zone to find greatness, because you can put yourself in a box when you're an enthusiast in anything, whether it's knives or cars or whatever. Like, for example, with car fanatics, and I love cars. I'm a huge fan of cars and automobiles and everything and going fast. But I've noticed this. Car fans, like, for example, Mopar fans will never understand the joy that can be had behind the wheel of a Ford. And I know I just opened up Ford fans because, you know, there's some Mopar guy in the back being like, well, you'll enjoy it going like 0 miles an hour on the side of the road. I joke. For the record, I don't have brand allegiances when it comes to trucks or cars or sports cars. I think that there's greatness everywhere out there. And the same goes for knives. Like, if you put yourself in a box, you will miss so much. The people that say, I will never buy a Chinese knife are missing out on a lot of really, really great cutlery. That's just the facts. And the people that say, well, I'll never try to buy an American-made knife because they're overpriced, you are also missing out on a lot of really great cutlery. So I have rules. The rules, you know, they keep me safe-ish. You never truly know till you get it in hand. But sometimes you got to color outside the lines of your collection, and you'll find greatness, I promise. Work Knife Balance, welcome in, man. Thanks for joining. All right, I'm trying to catch up. The chat is getting away from me. Welcome in, Demonot. Good to see you. Crispy Critter. Hey, man. Thanks for being a channel member. Welcome in to Angelo. Angelo in the house. Palmer Connolly, another channel member. El Cap Addict, another channel moderator.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Channel mods are everywhere. You better watch yourself. Don't get out of hand in the chat. Because they got powers. You know, word on the street is that a golden wrench exists. I've never seen it. But I hear that it exists. All right. I'm trying to catch up. I'm almost got up. Almost. Palmer Connolly says, Roll, I got some photos to send you of high-end cars then. Are we talking high-end like Fords? I hope you have a Ford Cobra Jet. You know, one of the fastest production cars ever made for decades and decades and decades. The Shelby Cobra, the Ford Shelby Cobra, the Ford GT, 69 fastback Mustang. I mean, you know, if we want to talk cars, there is great sports cars from many brands. I don't have brand allegiances. I'm a huge fan of cars. You can send me, if you're into classic cars, sports cars, send me those photos. I love that stuff. It's another expensive rabbit hole that I actually do need to stay away from. Otherwise, I'll end up single living in my car. And we can't have that. I need a roof. I need internet for the channel. It's not for me. It's for the channel. Mark Park says, looks at Rollshambo talking about not going down the rabbit hole while he's standing at the bottom of a pit. There's no ladder. I don't know when I got here. But I also don't know how to get out. Palmer Connolly says, I have photos of Ford GTs and Cobras. I'm talking about the Pagani, Ferrari, Lamborghini. Okay. You're into the Italian stuff. The Italians know what they're doing. They do know what they're doing. I like cars from all over. El Cap says, can holders of the golden wrench put themselves in timeout? That's a great question. I don't have a golden wrench. I couldn't answer that for you. Hold on. Hey man, with the 5
badass.
Gifted memberships.
Certified badass.
Keep the change, you
You get all the sound effects, dude. Thank you for gifting 5 more memberships. Are you kidding me? Man, you guys are so generous. You guys are the best. I appreciate you. And I know that the new channel members appreciate you too. Welcome in. If you're new, go check out the members only Discord. Now that you are a channel member, you can see that. It's posted on my community board on YouTube. Here, you know what? I'll just show you how to find it. So if you're new if you're a new channel member, if you were gifted one of those channel memberships by either Jim or Hey Man, you know where you can find it? Go to YouTube, type in Rollshambo. There's only one if you type it like that. And go to community and you'll see. Before the live started, I went ahead and posted a new link because every time I leave a link up, I always select the box that says never expire. But apparently never doesn't mean never to Discord. But if you go there, it'll take you to the members only Discord, where the last thing I did was post that invite link. And you know what? Maybe it's a good time to get into some pocket checks. Let's do that. Come join us on the Discord if you want to feature your pocket check. If you want to hang out and chat, if you want to chop it up, that's where you can find me. Let's see. What do we got? All right. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything from today. All right. We got the new Kaiser Milita with the fat carbon purple haze handles. And that is an arc form slim foot auto, right? Yeah, that's got to be. It's got to be an arc form. It looks like an arc form slip, not an auto, just the arc form slim foot. I think. Here we go again. Misidentifying knives. I like that. Great carry, man. Ed's got the Kubi Titanium Titius. Yes. Love it. Love it. Once you use it enough to get to the point where you need to put your own edge on it, you'll really see what that 14C is good for. That is fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. Love that knife. Mark Parks hollering with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, man. Thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you for helping out other people who watch the channel who may not have had the opportunity to become a channel member otherwise. Mark, Jim, Hey Man, you guys, thank you guys.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
All right. I lost my train of thought. The shine, I get distracted by the shiny. It's a thing. It happens. Ground Fox says, thank you to whomever was responsible for my membership. Dude, it's this generous community. You guys are the best, truly. It never ceases to amaze me, the generosity of everybody in the community who comes together to make sure that everybody can come together. That's fantastic. Welcome into Dang Ross, another channel member in the house.
Badass.
Good to see you, man. Welcome in. I know I'm missing people in here. Hey, welcome in, John Blackman. Thanks for being a channel member. Barry Lilly says, don't know if you can say sexy titties without a strike. Well, you know what? We just did. They can't strike me. I'm not monetizing this live stream. I don't monetize my live streams. There's no ads here. This is an ad-free zone on my live streams. You know, I do these live streams primarily because it's so much fun to connect with you guys. It's great to take a step back and do a piece of content that's not a knife review, that's not, talking about a knife steal, or doing something crazy. Like I just get to hang out and chat with you guys. One of these days, I'll see some of you guys at like a blade show or something. That'll be fun. If they strike me, they strike me.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
There's worse things. And it also says, like Moana, so shiny. I don't know if I would have used that metaphor. Balmer says, my knife is on the Discord. All right, let's check it out. That's a beautiful photo, by the way, Ed. Ed knows how to take a really good photo. What camera did you use? What camera? Don't tell me that that's your cell phone camera. He's going to come in here and be like, yeah, I take better photos with my cell phone than you take with your actual camera. It's probably the truth. Him and Brawny, man, they bring the heat. Eli Sheridan coming in with the UTX 85 Warhound.
Certified badass.
That's one that I've wanted for a while. Yes, it's an automatic knife. I don't consider out the front knives as part of my rule. I love out the front knives. I do. That's great. Mark P with that's the Arcane. It's not the Crypt. All right. I give. Arcane Designs. Why am I blanking on that? I know what that is. It's this one. It's the Praetheon. Thank you. The Arcane Designs Praetheon. I don't know why that was hard for me. It's been a long day. The Knight's Edge got the Dirac. Is that a regular Dirac or a Dirac Delta? I think that's a Dirac. That is the partial serrated, partial plain with the old school glass breaker. That's something you can tell. That's an older version of the Dirac Delta because of the glass breaker. You can tell. At least I'm assuming that's the older glass breaker. I haven't seen one of those styles on a microtech in a while. Ooh, Jim Miller. Jim, thank you for helping a brother out and listing the knives. Of course I know the first one. That is the Warntack. Love the Warntack. The Finch Knives Hellfire, which is a recent release, and an Artisan Cutlery Sea Snake. I needed help with that one because I don't know my fixed blades very well. All right, we got a video. That's not is that the Growler? The Devo Growler? EDC from the roof. Or is that the Buzz? Why did I get the Growler? It's not the Growler, that's the Buzz, right? Devo Buzz? Yeah, Devo Buzz. Got it on the second time around. Don't tell Lefty. Oh, he's gonna give me so much shit. Fibbing a bit. He's got to show off that beautiful SMF. Just rubbing it in, man. I've wanted either an SMF or an SNG for the longest. Such a cool knife. I appreciate videos too. SMF with the Otter Messer blued blade. Nice. That's a good looking slip joint too. I dig it. What do we got? Kevin Smith. Ooh. With that's a modified Spyderco Manix 2. I'm positive that's a Manix 2 and not a Manix XL. Positive. Pretty sure. The blade shape is a little bit different on a Manix 2 XL. I like those scales. Are those aren't Cerberus scales, I don't think. And then, of course, he's got to come in with that's the new Model 1 button lock and the Sharp by Design. Is that a Mini Evo? I know it's not the Typhoon. That's the Mini Evo. And then, of course, the Purple Haze Kaiser Militao. That's sick, man. Just flex. Just flex on him, Kevin. Check that out. Oh, I have it on good authority. If you want one of these Model 1 button locks, there will be exclusives with the 80s fat carbon fiber dropping on Blade Runner HQ. And I'm going to try to get the drop date for you guys. So I'll do my best to keep everybody informed. If you want one of those, when they released, they sold out ridiculously quickly. There's a huge amount of demand for those right now. So turn on your notifications because when I get that drop date for Blade Runner HQ on those, I will let you know. All right. Well, we've caught up with the Discord. Let's see if we can catch up with the chat. All right. And you know what? My phone was going off. I'm just going to check it real quick. I know I'm being rude, but we're just going to check. All right, we're good. We're good. Mark Park says the buzz. I know, dude, I got it right on the second try. I don't know why. I don't know why I said growler. Growler has the big belly. Buzz is not. Jim Miller says, you never get my good shots, Roll. Why not? Send them my way. Let's show them on the live. And also says, strike Rollshambo down and he shall grow more powerful than ever. Like Obi-Wan in the best version of Star Wars. Can we agree on that? Luzair says, who's the actor that Sham looks like? So I've received a ton of comments. A ton of comments. And some of you already know who I get compared to a lot. What's his name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's his name. I'll let you guys decide. Do I look like Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Let's see if I can I do that? Is it maybe like the thin lips? I think my nose is bigger. I don't know. He's probably in better shape. I eat too many cookies. But that's who people say that I look like, apparently. I just laugh when I see those comments. But you have to laugh at yourself. Ed B says that was a Canon 6D. So what you're saying is that it's 100% my fault because I have a Canon M50 Mark II and a Canon T6i. I don't know. It's probably my fault. And also says it's probably an iPhone 4 camera. Don't do that to me. You know, look, I can live in a world where somebody takes a better photo with a camera that's similar to mine. That's what I'm talking about. Top Dog says, boys and girls, that like button is not going to smash itself. Just give it a little tappy tap. Help me out. Ed G Blade says, got the Kubi Hyperion. It's the tedious killer. I don't know about that. That's a bit of a claim. And for those of you who don't know, let's just check out the Hyperion, okay? It's a good-looking knife, but we're gonna share with the class. So hold on. I'll clear the chat message so that we can look at it together. The Hyperion looks great, okay? It looks really great. But here's the reason why it's not the tedious killer. It's not. And it has nothing to do with how good of a knife it is. Because honestly, like, it's a really good looking knife. I haven't tried one, but it doesn't matter because it's $160. Meanwhile, if you look for the tedious, it's $100. So we're looking at a difference of $60. And granted, this is not even really a sale price. Like when I got mine, I got this for like $67 on White Mountain Knives in a sale. And they had like 6 or 7 sales all year long. So you know, these are frequently available under $100. I have yet to see a Hyperion available under $100. So when we talk about the value proposition, I'm not saying that the Hyperion isn't fantastic, because I'm sure that it is. I would love to check one out. I'll have to talk to Kubi about that. I would love to check one out. I have a hard time naming it the tedious killer because part of what makes this great is the value. The amount of milling that's done, the quality control, the ergos, the 62 HRC, cryo-treated 14C, and the titanium with the titanium clip. Like, this is a metric ton of value. Meanwhile, the Hyperion is playing in a price range that a lot of good knives play in. So, bang for buck, I'm not saying that it's not a good knife. I think the Hyperion looks like it could be really good. I'm just saying that the value the value level is not quite as decent. Although $160 for, what is it? I think it has like S35. Yeah, S35 in titanium. It's a baller looking knife. I like that pocket clip too. Although I do wonder if that cutout gets in the way of putting it in your pants. All right, we're going to steer away from that topic. Anasa says, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah. I've got like 6 or 7 comments I could search up on my channel of different people on different videos saying that I look like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'll take it as a compliment. Lou says, Sham looks like the guy who played Future Robin on Dark Knight Rises. Then who's Batman? Batman. I can't do the voice. Where's Christian Bale? Palmer says, I sold my nice Sony camera, only have a Nikon now. I hear that those are pretty good. Hey, Midnight, welcome in, man. Thanks for being a channel member. Thanks for dropping in. Top Dog says, properly treated 14C 28N is big. It is so big. People don't understand how shortchanged we've been on 14C. And you know what? For the record, neither did I. Until I got the Titius. And we're going to say Titius as many times as we can and see if we actually end up with a strike or something. We won't. I didn't understand until I had this knife, the Kubi Titanium Titius, because that 14C is so much better than your 59 HRC 14C. And the proper heat treat range for 14C, just so you know, is 59 to 62. 62 can be achieved with cryo treating. And so if they don't cryo treat it, it's not going to get up to 62. Most manufacturers aren't going to do that. They're okay with softer 14C because they'll say, well, I mean, it's 14C, it makes it tougher. But 14C is so tough that it doesn't really need any help from a lower Rockwell hardness. And it becomes super easy to manufacture, which lowers the cost, which is why one of the reasons why you find 14C on so many less expensive knives. But at 62, you notice a significant difference in hardness. If you don't believe me, pick up any Tucson knife in 14C that has and you'll notice that the blade will scratch like nobody's business. It's just one of the things with 14C that you have to accept. Your blade will scratch. I haven't had any issues with this scratching, and you might say, well, maybe that's because it's a bead blast. Okay, maybe. And then I got my hands on this one this year, the Kubi Verigero, a knife which I honestly think, if you're going to name a Titius killer, the closest that I can get is the Verigero, which I think you can get for like, what is it, like $106? I have a video out. I've got a discount code. Anyways, this is also 14C. This is not blasted. This is a satin blade. I have carried this a lot, and I have not scratched the blade. That's that 62 Rockwell hardness 14C. That's one of the first things that you'll notice. You go to sharpen it, you'll notice again that it doesn't feel like 59 HRC 14C. Just sharpen a Tucson in 14C and sharpen a Kubi in 14C, and you will immediately see the difference. That is a mountain that I am happy to die on. I'm not ready to die, but I'm just saying, like, it is Top Dog. You're absolutely right. Properly treated 14C is way better than people realize. Delaney says, such a bad influence. Just ordered the blue titanium Titius on White Mountain Knives for $67.50 out the door. Thanks for the reminder, Ed. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's one hell of a buy. Anaso, thanks for joining in, man. We will catch you on the next one. Blue Minotti Ninja in the house. You're my boy, Blue. Welcome in, man. He says, did I hear someone say, fat man, I'm here? Me too. You missed the cookies. They did not last. All right. Anyways, so I've been chopping it up with RJ from Blade Runner HQ. Super cool guys over there at Blade Runner HQ. It's actually one of the first times that I've been able to have like realistic one-on-one conversations with a retailer. Usually those conversations that I have with other retailers are kind of businessy. You know, like I'm usually requesting something and they're like, yes, we will send it, or no, we don't have enough. And you know what? It is what it is. Shout out to the guys over at Blade Runner HQ for being real freaking people, for one. But also, he let me in on a little secret. He said, listen, we would like to sponsor your 10K giveaway when you get to 10,000 subscribers. And we'll do something good. And I'm excited about it, guys. So shout out to RJ over at Blade Runner HQ for being so cool. And also looking forward to when we do the 10K giveaway, which we're about 2,900 subscribers away. That can happen really quickly, or it could take a little while. Sometimes that's the case. We never really know. But keep your eyes peeled for that. That's going to be the next true giveaway that I do. And I'm going to make sure that that one is very, very special when that happens. So, with all of that being said, something that RJ and I have been talking about on and off has been a platform called Whatnot. Now, I'd never heard of Whatnot until he mentioned it to me. He's like, oh, are you on Whatnot? And I'm like, what is Whatnot? I don't know. Like, I know about Knife Swap. I know about Blade Binge. I know about eBay. But no, I don't. So Whatnot apparently is live auctions. They do live auctions. They do things like mystery boxes. So I checked it out, and it's actually pretty cool. I've got it over here. I wanted to pull it up. And I thought that this was worth mentioning just in case any of you guys had never heard of it, because I had never heard of it. I did not know. And I'm always looking for cool ways to buy knives or new avenues to check. So they do these auctions because Blade Runner HQ will take in trades. They take in consignment. They're a microtech dealer, a heretic dealer, a protech dealer, a dead reckon dealer. Like they've got a lot of really cool connections. And so you never know what you're going to get. They've got a show coming up tomorrow. But I was checking it out over the weekend. I popped in for one of their shows, and they do these things called mystery. They do mystery boxes. So you bid and you don't know, you could get in for $1 and you could win a lot if you win that bid. So I thought it'd be cool to just kind of check it out and see. We're going to check it out on the live stream. We'll check it out together. There've got to be previous shows on here somewhere. I'm looking for it. Why am I having a hard time finding it? I know there's got to be previous shows on here somewhere. All right. Anyways, you can check it out on your phone. I found the previous shows on my phone, and I thought it'd be cool to kind of look at it on the live stream. But the website apparently is not showing me the previous shows that they've done. Go figure. I'll have to look into that a little bit further. But they've got a mystery box live auction on Whatnot tomorrow. Now, it says tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. That's because it's giving me the time, my time. I believe that if you're Central Time, it'll be 6:30. If you're Eastern Time, it'll be 7:30. If you're Pacific Time, it'll be 4:30. So tomorrow, if you're interested in some live streaming knife auctions, make sure to go check them out on Whatnot. And I'll probably end up posting a link in the channel community as well. If you want to check that out, I watched one over the weekend. Super entertaining. I also like to watch car auctions, so maybe that's just my jam, but I think that you will enjoy it. And who knows? It's a gamble. It's a gamble. You could win a lot. You could win a little. It's a mystery. Mystery boxes are fun. But I just thought I'd go ahead and mention that. That's going down tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time, so 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. Something I haven't done in a minute is do some knife browsing. We'll start off with White Mountain Knives. Yes, we will. Right after I catch up with the chat. Why not? Hey, shout out to the Night's Edge. Welcome in, man. Channel member. Up and coming channel himself. Make sure you go check out the Night's Edge. But I'm assuming that you guys have seen his channel before. If you haven't, you need to change that. Jason says, did Blade Runner ever catch the ones that broke into their store? Yes, they did. Well, the police caught them. Not everything was recovered, which is... Look, bad things happen to good people all the time, and that's a damn shame. I don't have the details behind what happens next. If they just have to eat the loss, if insurance covers it, I don't know. I'm hoping that insurance covers it. But betting on insurance, for those of you who have had to make insurance claims, you know insurance companies make a lot of money paying you as little as possible. So from what I've heard, yes, they caught the guy. The authorities caught the guy that broke in, but no, not everything was recovered. So that kind of sucks, but at least something was recovered, and at least justice will eventually be served, right? Craig says, I bet that Tucson chef knife scratches like crazy. How do I know? I have one too. Plus every other knife I have in that steel scratches easily, but I love it. By the way, I have another 14C chef knife for you. Craig, I love that chef knife, man. That is my pride and joy in the kitchen. I love it. Absolutely love it. So Craig sent me a Tucson chef knife, and to this day, I don't know how to review chef knives because I don't have like a camera set up in my kitchen. I don't know if you guys want footage of me cooking. I like to cook. Am I good at it? Debatable. So Craig sent me a chef knife, a 14C 28 Tucson chef knife, and I love it. It's great. I haven't had to sharpen it. I use it weekly. Super good. But I'll tell you what. It has scratched. But I don't care because it works so good. It works really good. All right, you know what? I'm hearing the Discord start to go off. Jim in the house with the good shots. Are these the good shots you were mentioning, Jim? I like it, man. Yeah, I'm digging it. He's got the new, that's the new premium pony stout, of course, the new breed EDC. Excuse me, the Clydesdale. I need to hydrate. I came prepared this time. See, the problem with talking a lot is that if you talk a lot and you project, you will lose your voice. Like I do. That's a hell of a shot, Jim. I'll tell you what, that is fishing weather right there. I bet you the fish are biting in that picture. Where's the fishing pole, Jim? The people need to know. All right, just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any more pocket checks. Again, guys, check out the members-only Discord. It's a good time in there. Hey, shout out to Tori Casey. Tori, did I say hi? Thanks for being a channel member, man. Just trying to make sure I'm caught up. Delaney says they have one less Titius. And every day, a new person discovers the joy that is this knife. This one gets... I love using this knife. It's such a pocket fiend. I mean, it hasn't been carried as much this year as my Veragero. There's just something about the action on here which is superior. Same material concept as the Titius, but the action, if I'm being completely honest, the action is a step above that all day. All day. Craig says, everybody should start sending you chef knives. Could be a side niche for the channel. I've been buying them when they go on sale. I have Kaiser, 2 Ontarios on the way. You'll get an Ontario. Man, you don't have to do that, Craig. Thank you, man. Listen, that's super generous of you. Not necessary, but you won't see me if they arrive. I mean, I don't know how to do chef knife content. I don't. Cooking with Rollshambo, maybe it's a separate channel. I don't know if people want that. Do people want to see me cooking? We can give it a shot. I don't have the right kitchen for it though, but we might give it a shot anyways. Jim says that shot was taken with my Pixel 7 Pro. My wife has that phone. The Pixel 7, Google Pixels takes some of the best photos of any phone. Like I've got the latest Samsung, the S24 Ultra. Great camera on here. It does not take as good of pictures as the Google Pixel. That's just the truth. Lou says BP Customs has a new model called the Fook. Nice. And I thought the Kubi Titius was bad. You know, there's a lot of questionable knife names out there. The Night Edge says Rollshambo has the voice of a golden hawk and the editing skills of Steven Spielberg. Thank you. Is it true? Look, I appreciate it, man. I don't know if I can accept that kind of praise, though. I just can't. I am always teaching myself how to do new things, how to take better pictures, how to produce better sound, better video, better audio, better lighting. And I'm still very much a novice in many ways. If you want to know who's got seriously good skills and some golden tones, you have to check out Barbarian Brawny. Barbarian Brawny puts on a good show. Dory says, I have a Titius that Bill chopped. Beautiful elder scales. Tie clip. Love it. Pop it in the Discord. The people need to see this. A shout out to BEDC. Make sure you check out his channel as well. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Thank you, LCAP, for thank you for posting that in the chat. BEDC, great channel. Make sure you check him out. And guys, he's almost to the 1,000 subscriber mark. We're not doing a channel raid because we actually want to help people here, but check him out. If you like his stuff, make sure you subscribe. Absolutely. He's doing good work over there. And a premature congratulations to what I'm sure is going to be 1,000 subscribers very, very soon. All right. Chat, where are we? Splitting Slices in the house. Thanks for being a channel member.
This is Sparta!
Says, howdy and all the Spartans here tonight, running late but glad to be here. Dude, we're happy to see you. What's in your pocket? Now you have to share with the entire class what you carried today. On the spot. Right now. Jim Miller says, Brawny sounds like a pro announcer. Dude, he's got a pretty great voice. Like I did radio for a number of years. I did weekend drive time radio as a part-time gig. Pays like shit, but it was a lot of fun. You do get tired of some of the same radio artists again and again and again, but it was a pretty cool job. I got to set my own hours. Usually everything is pre-recorded. You do radio spots. I got to do a live event at a county fair, which was a lot of fun because I got all the food for free. All the vendors would come up and they'd be like, can you talk about how good my cotton candy is? Oh, you bet. Absolutely. Can you talk about how good my steak is? Yeah. There's only one way to find out. That was a great fair. I also got to MC at some bars. That was pretty cool too. Anyways, I wouldn't be surprised if Bronny does radio. That would not surprise me at all. Craig says, what's the word on 1.4116 steel? Cold Steel uses it on some of their knives. Is it bottom end or decent for a particular application? So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is the knives that they use that on are probably, fixed blades. And I've seen that before. And we're gonna go old school. I'm looking it up right now. All right, hold on. I'm gonna see what I can find for you real quick. It's not listed in Laren Thomas's Knife Steel Nerds, which is a damn shame. If you want to see what I'm doing, I'm here on Knife Steel Nerds and I'm looking for it. It's mentioned a ton in the comment section. I thought for sure it was going to be in carbon and low alloy tool steel ratings, but it's not. That's a damn shame. But he does mention it in the comment section. So apparently it has low toughness is what he says here. It says, Laren says that he tested. It has large carbides, which is presumably the reason for low measured toughness. This is another rabbit hole, guys. You got to be careful going down the Knife Steel Nerds rabbit hole. I could probably get lost in that website for hours. Hey, shout out to Chef Rocky. Welcome in, man. Good to see you. And welcome into Paper Tiger. If I didn't say hi, how's it going, man? Hey, welcome into Brian F. Thanks for being a channel member. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about the 1.4 steel. I really don't, which is a shame. All right. Something just happened on Discord. What is it? Oh my goodness. You did not. Is that a Medford Marauder or a Medford Slim Midi? Is that a Medford Slim Midi? Or I always get the Marauder and the Slim Midi mixed up. It's one of the two. I know it is. Beautiful looking knife. And then Autumn Wind. I'm not sure who's Autumn Wind, but they've got a CKF Evo. Is that an Evo 3? I believe that's an Evo 3. I saw that they actually had Evos available for sale, not pre-order, but for sale on NC Blade recently. Actually, let's see if they still do. NC Blade, Evo. They had the Tanto version available for a hot minute. There it is. It's still there. It's still in stock. Look at this. You can go buy a CKF Rotten Design Evo Tanto embarked DLC S90V, which is the way. Loved that bark DLC. For some reason, I don't think people like the Tanto version very much. They all want the big belly in the regular version. But I mean, $720. That is a lot for a Chinese Russian made knife. That's the communist connection right there. But I've heard great things. One of these days I'll get an Evo. Today is not that day. They also still have the one that I saw too. Yeah, they've got several. Yeah, they've got several. Look at that one. That one actually might be the way to go. I love what they do with the titanium. I can see why people pay this amount for them. $650. Come on. And actually, I'm going to say this. I don't think that the Tanto looks that bad at all. I actually like the way the Tanto looks. Big old backspacer, $650. Damn. That's a lot of cheddar. Is that why it's still available? Because they did the regular version of these and they sold out like instantly. I keep my finger on the pulse. I really do. Those look great. Ooh, look. Mini Evo's on sale. That's cool. All right. I went off the rails there. Hey, BEDC, thanks for becoming a channel member, dude. Thank you for the support. Welcome in. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. Do it. Do it now. Or, I mean, like, you know, if you want to. Hey, did I miss Jay Korskinen? Welcome in, Jay. Jay says, Jim, how are you liking the smock? I'm sorry, man. That's terrible time. Jim said that it was a fake. And he's sending it back. But I maintain, I know that the smocks are out there. Like, I know a lot of people refuse to shop at Blade HQ, but I also know that their Spydercos are legitimate. And last time I checked, they did have some available. Yeah, the smock's available right here. I mean, it's not cheap. They've kind of stayed around the same $200 price point for a while. So you can get one on Blade HQ. I wonder, does Blade Ops have one? For those of you who are looking for a smock, because I've had several people tell me that they've been trying to get a smock. Blade Ops does not have one. Damn shame. What about Blade Runner? Blade Runner HQ. I know that they sell some Spydercos. Smock? Give me a smock. No. But check that out. They've actually, at one point, they actually had a couple custom smock SK23s and an SK45. This is why you have to keep your eye on Blade Runner HQ, guys, because they take in used knives and because they take in consignment knives, you will often find stuff like this on there, and that is 100% a good reason to check out their page daily because they take in trades all the time and you never know what they're going to get. Never. All right. I know I'm far, far above where the chat's at right now. Says, you know what? I honestly thought I was already a member. You never know, man. You know, so what YouTube's supposed to do is it's supposed to notify you if your membership is about to run out. But I've had people tell me that they were channel members and they were never notified, never given the option to just renew automatically. So you may have been a channel member before and YouTube was just like, no. Because it's too busy trying to figure out that algorithm. It doesn't know what to do. Hey, welcome into Lord Needham. Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Hey, thanks for joining in, and we will catch you on the flip side. Craig says, you can get a Cold Steel Mayhem for less than a smock, but I have 2 Mayhems, so I'll probably get a smock. The Cold Steel Mayhem is massive. I need to get my hands on one. I really need to get my hands on one. The reason why I didn't, because I had an opportunity last year when they came out, I knew that I would probably take a finger off just messing around with that knife, because I know myself. I know that I would fidget with it, and I know that I would stop paying attention, and then that would be the moment that I'd take my finger off. So I decided not to do that. LCV Blades, good to see you, man. Thanks for being a channel member. He says, I've never been notified. Dude, I don't know what YouTube's doing or why YouTube does anything. NC Blades has them. The Smock or the Evo or both. BEDC says Blade Bench has a Smock in their new shop for $228. Nice. Jim, we've got to get you into a Smock, man. My one recommendation for anyone that buys a Smock is that at some point, get titanium scales. There's something like the stock and trade Spyderco Smock is great. Don't get me wrong. It's a great knife. I love it. However, it feels much more premium with titanium scales, and it reduces the vibration that travels from opening the knife from the liners into the G10 with the carbon fiber, the peel ply carbon fiber. When you put on titanium scales, it gets rid of that vibration entirely. And those of you who have stock Smocks probably already know what I'm talking about. Get a set of titanium scales for your Smock. You will not regret it. I have never looked back. And it doesn't matter if you get Metin Boss or if you get the Smock custom scales, although that would be my recommendation, is the Smock custom scales. There's a ton of really good options out there. And I would definitely suggest titanium, specifically for the Smock. Jay says, I have Flightanium scales on my Smock. Love it. It makes a huge difference. It really does. You know what? This one. This is my Smock. And this one has been modified to all get out. Lynch Northwest pocket clip, Kevin Smock custom scales. It's just the S30 version. I took out the second detent ball because it's only there so that countries can't classify it as a gravity knife. It does nothing for the action of the knife. The action's actually better without the second detent ball. Love it. Jim, we're gonna help you manifest this, man. You're gonna get one. You're gonna get a legitimate one, and it'll be a good one. I've got a feeling for you. But I love my Smock. I don't think I could ever see myself selling it. Tori Casey says, 1 Smock tie, 2 in fat carbon. Love them all. I'm coming into the conversation late. All right, guys. So we went a little bit over. However, we're going to call it a night. I know my live streams are only an hour long on Wednesdays. People have been asking me for longer live streams. We're going to make that happen. Those will probably happen on Saturdays moving forward. So the longer live streams are going to end up being a Saturday thing, not a Wednesday thing, because it's late. And I know a lot of my East Coast people have got to call it a night. And I know that the end of my day is near as well. But I wanted to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you guys for making Wednesdays the best freaking day of the week. Thank you for joining me every single Wednesday. Thank you for gifting channel memberships to everybody. Thank you for joining the Discord. Thank you for getting me to 7,000 subscribers. And a reminder, when we hit 10,000 subscribers, we're going to have a massive giveaway. I've got a lot of great stuff planned for that. But it is the end of the live stream. So for some of you guys, I will see you soon. To everybody else, I'll see you later. Have an absolutely phenomenal rest of your week.